a kind of a similar colour scheme and a cinema, they have a cinema. Hello again and welcome back to another episode of March Payne's Giant Forehead Show, and in today's episode we are going to be opening this doll. So this is a Barbie Extra Fly doll. So obviously she's part of the Barbie Extra line, but they are kind of themed on vacations and holidays. This particular one is sort of like a snowy theme, so kind of like a winter vacation or a skiing holiday or something like that. The only other one apart from obviously this one that they had in the store when I went was the one who is going to like a music festival. So she's kind of the one with the pink fringe jacket on, and she's got kind of, I think she's got like pink and purple hair and stuff like that. I'm not planning on getting her. I'm also not planning on getting the one who is going on a safari, just because I'm just not that bothered with either of those. So the other two that I would like to get is, obviously I'm going to get the Ken, because he's got green rooted hair, and we haven't had an extra Ken before, so I think that'll be good. I actually quite like the outfit he's in as well. And the other one that I want to get is the dark skin Barbie, who is also in a kind of like a tropical holiday kind of get-up. They have actually pictured the Ken and her together, and they go really nicely together because they have a similar colour scheme running through them. So there's kind of a nice theme between the two. So I think they'll go quite well together. The other two are sort of pinky and kind of bright colours, so they seem to have a thing running through them as well. Barbie seems to be on her own, really. Maybe no one's going on a holiday with her because she's probably really annoying. But yeah, she probably doesn't care because she's got this glamorous cat suit on, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing. I don't normally go for kind of the Barbies as much, you know, the kind of the traditional blonde Barbies. But this one has got pink hair, and I'm really loving the clothes that she's in. So yeah, let's get her open and see what we all think. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick look at the box, which I put kind of sideways so you can see the whole thing. So we've got this kind of fake handle at the top and these sort of wheels at the bottom here, so the whole thing looks like a suitcase, which is quite clever. I quite like that. Then basically we have plastic all over the front and we have cardboard at the back, so it's not dissimilar to the packaging which is on the regular Barbie Extra dolls. So I would just say, if you are planning on buying this doll, maybe go into a store and pick her up, because I had to go through a few of them before I found a face that I actually liked. I know one of the criticisms has been that her face is a bit pixelated, and it is a bit, I have to admit. But some of them were worse than others, and some of them the printing was a bit off, like, so her lips would be a bit further up, and it's kind of amazing how different some of the dolls look from each other, sort of facially. It's interesting how just kind of, you know, the print moving up or moving down can really alter the expression of a doll. But yeah, I was happy with this one. It was actually the first one I picked up, and I still insisted on going through all the others just to be sure. So the packaging is really cute. We've got this rather large image down the bottom of her, which I do really like. So there she is in her kind of cat suit with her blue furry jacket on and all of the things that she comes with. Shockingly, these Barbie Extra Fly dolls don't come with pets, presumably because they kind of realise that people don't often take their pets with them on holiday, perhaps. Unless there's one in the suitcase, we'll have to double check, because Barbie might have snuck one in there. So obviously, all over the box, we've kind of got these sort of little stickers which are sort of themed towards, you know, vacations and flying off and holidays and stuff like that. So they're quite cute. It's quite nice they've sort of made the effort with these. I kind of feel that if you wanted to, you could leave the doll in the box, because she looks pretty good in there. She's not kind of posed in a weird way or anything like that. So here she is. So yeah, it was actually quite a nice experience opening her because it didn't feel stressful. I didn't feel as though there were like 10 million tags everywhere. She had 3 in the back of her head, but everything else was kind of okay. There were a few sort of clear rubber bands, and a few things that were sort of like put onto these sort of plastic things, which you can basically just kind of open, and you've got the item then. But yeah, obviously, you know, I'm not a 7-year-old girl, despite the fact this room looks like one lives in here. So I don't know how it would be if a child was trying to open this doll. They would probably make a huge mess and there'd be stuff everywhere, and I don't even know if they'd be able to do it. But yeah, so if you are quite patient and you're able to just sort of take your time and open it, and it won't take very long, you can actually sort of salvage the packaging, and it's not a horrible experience. Anyway, all that to one side, and that on the floor. Let's have a look at her and all the stuff. So let's have a look at the bits and bobs first. She's wearing some, so we'll have to look at those in a minute. So she does have this really nice suitcase, which has this sort of tag on, which is a snowflake design. And this, of course, looks like an ice lolly or an ice cream or a popsicle, depending on where you're from. So I think that's quite cute. And it does go all the way around, but we've only got the colour on the front. But that's kind of okay. It doesn't shut that well. I think other people have mentioned that as well. It doesn't really sort of clip that tightly shut. But you can put stuff in there, obviously. Just don't expect it to stay closed for long, maybe. So speaking of other stuff, so we've got this, which I believe is her ticket or her boarding pass for her trip to the Alps or wherever she's going. That won't fit in there, sadly, but never mind. She's got a tiny little blue passport. I don't know what the American passports look like. Are they kind of a dark blue or something? Anyway, she's got that. She's got a little passport, which is basically just a piece of paper, a piece of cardboard that's kind of bended over. There's nothing inside. There's no photo, you know, there's no little passport photo of her in there or any stamps or anything like that. So that is that. And then here we have a mini plane ticket or boarding pass or whatever. It's a bit confusing. On here it says 5, and then 5:30. I don't know if that's a very short flight or whatever. And then on here it says 10. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how these two go together. It would also be interesting to see if these are the same in each one. I mean, I'm not going to buy them all just to see, but you know, I suppose it would be interesting if they give them different ones. It would be nice if also if they put a location on there as well of where they're actually going to. But anyway, that's kind of like a side thing, I suppose. I'm going to pop these actually in here because she's not really going to need those, is she? We'll put those here. The other thing which was separate was this, which is a pair of sunglasses, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see properly. There we go. She'll look good with them on. They're clear, and again they've got this kind of melted effect on the top, which look a bit like icicles. They are pink. They're not kind of like bluey, which might have been a bit nicer because that would have given it a real kind of like icy feel. But yeah, so that is the sunglasses. Whoops. There they go. So, let's have a look at her now. So her hair is a bit boxy and worse for wear. It does feel very soft. I don't feel like there's product on it, which is good. Oh, it's a rubber band there. Take that out. And there is this kind of weird strand bit down the front, which is attached, I think, to a rubber band that's around her arm, but you can easily just remove that. And again, I don't think there's product in it, which is good. She does have this kind of ponytail thing on the top, and there's a rubber band in that, which is kind of like a sort of lilac colour, which kind of goes with the hair, I suppose. So the colour-wise of the hair, I thought it was sort of pink. And it is pinkish, but it does seem a little bit darker. It's almost like a kind of pinky purple colour, sort of streaks through it, which is nice. It will obviously be better once it's been brushed, because it has just literally come out of the box. Then on her head she has got Now, I'm presuming they're ear warmers rather than headphones. So she's got these pink plastic, they kind of look like they're sort of faux furry texture to it. And they don't really go on her ears that well, to be honest. But they've also got tags in them, which are keeping them on. So you could always just remove the tags and they might fit her better. We should have a quick look at her face. So, as I mentioned before, there were a few complaints, I think, that her face is a little bit pixelated. This one isn't so bad, but yeah, it's certainly not, it's not a perfect screening, I wouldn't say. And as I mentioned, I did have to go through a few before I found, or before I realised that the first one was actually the best one. So she has a kind of a coral coloured lipstick, and she's got kind of blue eyes, and she has brown or kind of dark eyebrows. I think there is blushing on her, but it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I think there is actually blushing on her cheeks. And there's kind of a faint kind of, I think either a pink or a purple colour just on her sort of eyelids, but it's so subtle that you wouldn't really notice necessarily, but it's definitely there. So yeah, I think she's actually really pretty, the way that they've done her. And the hair and everything really kind of complements that whole kind of look, I think. So yeah, let's have a look at her down here. So as I said, I removed the jacket. So the jacket was kind of attached to her a bit. So if you do get her and you're taking the jacket off, just be aware that she has got two sort of tags either side of her bosoms, which kind of go from the jumpsuit into the jacket. So just make sure you cut that before there's any kind of like pulling or, you know, hole making or anything like that. She does have earrings in. Let's have a look at those. So they're a bit like, I'm guessing they look like icicles, perhaps. So they're just one colour. They're kind of like a sort of a grey silver colour. And yeah, they kind of look like icicles. They also look a bit like unicorn horns, to be honest. But I'm guessing because of the whole theme of her, she's meant to be going somewhere cold. I think they're probably meant to be icicles. She's also got this necklace on, which has worked its way around the back. There we go. So it's kind of like a choker with a heart-shaped sort of dangly bit at the front and some sort of big chunky chain between the heart pendant and the actual choker bit. Again, that is in that kind of like grey sort of silver colour. She does have other jewellery as well. She's got a bangle here. I don't know if it's two separate pieces. I think yes, it is two separate pieces. So they're kind of held on with a rubber band, a clear rubber band. So she's got that there. And then she has this belt, which has got kind of like a chain running from it with sort of charms hanging down. So the main part of the belt is purple. It's got this sort of teddy bear motif on the front section, like kind of a buckle, I suppose. And then we have a chain running from it. And again, there's a heart here, which I don't know if it's meant to sort of look like it's been broken or it's meant to have sort of snow sort of like hanging from it. But yeah, there's a heart one here, another teddy bear here, but kind of a full body of a teddy bear. And then one of those kind of like ski lift things there. And obviously you can remove it. It's got a thing on the back that you can just kind of like unclip and it will come off. She's also got these, which is quite unusual. These are fingerless gloves and they are made from plastic. So obviously they aren't quite, you know, they don't fit every finger. They're not quite a glove. They're more of a kind of a mitten thing, I suppose, really. But yeah, you can remove them, I'm guessing, because they're kind of a rubbery thing. Yeah, you can remove them. I'm not going to do them at the moment, but you can take them off if you want to. I would say if she's going skiing, she might want more than a fingerless glove, to be honest, because it might be a bit colder up there than, you know, oh, I don't mind getting my fingers cold. I don't want it to come back with no fingers, is basically what I'm saying. She is in this amazing jumpsuit. So this is one of the things that kind of drew me to this doll because I really liked the outfit that she was in. So it is pink with sort of little sort of silver dots all over it. It's obviously kind of, you know, it's a bit sort of stretchy. There's Velcro down the back, so you can obviously remove it if you want to. It's kind of nice that she's in this kind of all-in-one, and I suppose it is an outfit that she could go actually skiing in if she wanted to. Although she's got no arms on those, so I think she's gonna get cold. She has got the jacket, obviously, but even that, I'm not sure if that's gonna make her feel any warmer. And then at the bottom here we've got boots. So there's lots of details on this pair of boots, but they are one colour, so you can't really see them. I'm sure if you were of a mind, you would be able to, you know, make these stand out a bit more by maybe painting them or, you know, staining them or something. But they're quite nice, actually. They're quite chunky. It's nice. It's nice she's got this kind of like slinky catsuit on, then she's got these big sort of chunky boots on. I think that's quite a nice touch. And they are actually hollow underneath, so they're not kind of like a big mass of plastic, I suppose, on her foot. So that is that. And the jacket is really lovely. So it's sort of baby blue colour, and it's then got these kind of flecks of tinsel in it, which give it that kind of icy sort of look. You can feel the tinsel in there as well. I think someone else had mentioned that when you touch it, it's not actually sort of super soft. I don't mind it. I quite... The fact she's not got tinsel in her hair is a bonus. I don't mind if it's in the clothes. I think it works quite well, and it's such a nice piece. I really like the colour, especially with the other colours that she's got on. It goes really well. And the body of that is lined, but the arms of it are not. I did have a little bit of problems trying to actually get it over her hand. I think because of probably the rubber of the fingerless gloves that she's wearing. So obviously just be careful of that. As I was sort of fiddling around with her, I did give her hair a bit of a brush. So it is definitely better than it was, but it's still not perfect. So I might have to give it a wash, but I'm kind of... I'm not going to make a decision just yet. It just looks quite untidy, really. It needs something for sure, but I'm not really sure if even a wash is going to help, but it might do. And I don't know if I'd give it a wash, whether I'd keep it in the same style, because I kind of like it, but I know that rubber bands in doll's hair, when it's left, it's not always a great thing, even though I do, as I say, I do quite like the style of it. The hair reminds me of a flavour of ice cream, and I don't know if they have it over in America or in any other place than the UK and Ireland, but there's a flavour of ice cream called Raspberry Ripple, which I remember from my childhood, which is basically kind of like vanilla ice cream. So obviously, you know, kind of like a creamy yellow ice cream with sort of like ripples of raspberry sort of flavour through them, and they would kind of look like this colour here, kind of like pinky purpley colour. And it is a really nice ice cream. If you do get the chance, do have a taste of it. I don't even know if you get things like that anymore. They used to sell it in kind of like sort of long blocks, and you kind of cut them off when you wanted it. I don't know. Anyway, another trip down memory lane for me. But while I was actually sorting stuff out on her ear protectors, earmuffs. Yeah, it's earmuffs, is it? What's the thing? The thing that goes in a hand is a muff as well. So these are earmuffs. Yeah, so one side actually just came out all together, and the actual Kimble tag came out, and I just pulled the other one out, so that's fine. I don't know if they fit her that well, and I presume they can only really go one way. Yeah, they don't really, I don't know, they don't really work for me, I don't think. Also, I don't think they like it with the earrings as well. You might need to fiddle with it if you're kind of, if you want to display her in them. You might need to sort of play around with it a bit, or just not have them directly on her ear. They fit okay like that, even though they're obviously not quite on her ear because you can see her earrings coming down. That's okay. I think that works okay. I was surprised by how skinny her arms were, to be honest. When I took the jacket off, I was worried I'd actually pulled another layer of her off because it seemed, I thought, how skinny is that arm? I'm presuming this is a standard thing, but I don't remember any of the other dolls being like this. But then I've only really unboxed one other Barbie extra, so yeah, I don't know if this is maybe a new body that they've given them. I have no idea. Anyway, articulation wise, she's pretty good. Obviously she's not an imaginary body, but she does have the whole sort of head tilt thing, which is always great. She's got the arm thing that goes sort of out and also around. As I say, it's not an imaginary body, so it's not going to be like completely amazing, but it's so much better than the kind of the fashionista body. We've got the elbows that will move, and we have also the wrists that will also move. So that's pretty cool. There's nothing, I think, down here. And then we have movement of the hips there, which obviously go up and down. And we've got the knees as well. And I think, do the knees kind of... Yeah, so you can twist the knees, which will twist the foot, because I don't think there is articulation at the ankle. No. So there's nothing at the ankle. Just so you know, she is a flat foot Barbie. Not a big foot Barbie, Mana. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on her? I'm really pleased to have her, I have to admit. I do really love her colours. I like her makeup. Obviously, it would be nice if she wasn't as pixelated as she is, but she isn't actually that bad. I have seen worse, and I certainly saw worse when I was in the store, although that was more to do with where the screening on the face was. Let's put the sunglasses on. I haven't done that yet. Let's put the sunglasses on. So these probably have to come off for that. Let's see her with these, because these are quite cool looking, but I think I would have preferred them if they'd been blue, because I think it would have kind of gone better with other bits of the outfit. But I like that because you can see her eyes. There, you can see her eyes through it. I do like them when they're see-through, because I think it just makes it look like a real pair of sunglasses rather than here's a lump of plastic in front of my face that I can't see through. So yeah, I actually do quite like the pink. It is quite nice. But yeah, I think blue might have been nicer because it might have tied in with the jacket and the boots more if it had been blue as well. But yeah, I'm really pleased with her. Obviously, you know, we get the doll, you get bits and bobs with her. She was €29.99, so €30. That is, I think that's a pretty good price for her, to be honest. I presume that she would be much more expensive. Also, the fact that she was so new, I kind of thought, oh, she's probably going to be like 40, even more. But yeah, so I thought she was a pretty good price. There was one more thing that I've forgotten. I will be back in 1 second. I'm back, and I'm back with a bag, which I dropped on the floor earlier and forgot to pick up. So yeah, so she also has this, which is like a handbag, and it is a snowflake, which is quite cute. It is see-through, and it does have kind of like purpley glitter. So it does have an opening on the top. Actually, does it? Yes. It's very hard to open, so if you do put something in there, it might not be coming back out, I would say. But yeah, so she does have a handbag as well. I find it odd that it's this colour in a way, because it's kind of like this goes with nothing, unless she's going to be carrying the giant ticket around with her. Again, this might have been nice if it had been blue as well, but they chose to go a different route. It's quite a nice piece, to be honest, and it'd be nice certainly with sort of winter outfits. Let me know what you think of her down in the comments below. As I say, I don't normally go for the actual kind of Barbie from a set, but when I saw the colours of her and I saw the outfit, I really liked her. As I say, I love the jacket as well. But yeah, are you thinking of getting her? Are you thinking of getting any of the Barbie Extra Fly dolls? They do seem to be quite popular. I definitely want to get the Ken, as I say, and I also want to get the dark skin Barbie as well. Sound off, as I believe the youngsters say, down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. And please also subscribe if you haven't already. I did reach 500 recently, so that was pretty amazing. So thank you everyone who's joined in the fun and subscribed. I do really appreciate it. So I will see you in the next video. She's going to be off skiing somewhere for now. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Bye!